Hello and welcome for Game 1 of the AFHL season here at the Morinville Leasure Centre between the St. Albert Slash and the Lloydminster Steelers. St. Albert Slash, three-time defending ESSO Cup champions. They were #1 last year in the league and not far behind were the Lloydminster Steelers, who finished in second and third in the playoffs, respectively. On the mic tonight, it's myself, Wyatt Ziegert. Behind the camera, our director, it's Rob Zitlau. And for his first ever game, it's Donovan Ekstrom. Welcome to the AFHL. How are you feeling?
Oh, my goodness, Wyatt. I'm excited. Nervous anticipation for sure. This is looking like it's going to be a fun time. Whole lot of returning faces coming back for their second and third season. I'm looking forward to it.
As am I, and I know we're expecting a bit of a matchup battle here. We don't see her out there yet. That's Jaden Bogdan. And she's going to be matched up against Jaden Morton all night.
Yes, that is correct. The battle of the Jadens as we get ready for puck drop.
And the first puck drop is won by the Slash. It is Jaden Bogdan, the aforementioned, who's taken down at the line. Now, excuse me tonight, parents of the Lloyd families, if I get a name or two wrong, as the name bars are a little different than the roster. So we'll keep going as we continue in progress. And Bogdan shot from the slot. That one saved by the glove. Starting in that tonight, it is Molly Mitchell for the Lloydminster Steelers. She takes over for Bella McKee, who was the goaltender of the year last year, now with Union College. And we get our first whistle of the game, man. Donovan, first 40 seconds here. What have you seen?
It's always fast. Definitely. It's always a fun. Everybody has nervous anticipation, as mentioned. As always, as a goaltender, as a former goalie, you want to make that save, and it's always good. Calms the nerves.
And that's the first one in the books for Holly Barrett. She takes over for Brianna Sink. They split duties last year. Barrett, .86 goals against average. Spectacular. Not even a goal a game. That's 12 goals against in 13 games last year. She can continue that pace this year for the Slash. They should be poised for another deep, deep run. But it all starts here with Game 1. Lloyd on the puck. It's up to Pollard on the right side. Pollard can't handle that one, and Leases will flip that back, but it's controlled by Smith. Attempts to get that one in. Can't get all the way. D to D for Lloyd. Picked off at the blue line by Brzozowski. Just able to keep that one in. And we're going to have our first penalty of the game. Going to the boxes, Haley Craig, a third-year player for the Lloydminster Steelers, steamrolled Brzozowski, who was walking to the zone. Good play by Brzozowski, second-year player. She kept the puck in the offensive zone and paid a bit of a price, but now we get to see the Slash work the power play for the first time this year. It's the Slash who win it. Smith goes across the point. Back to Smith, over down to Cadu. Cadu, first-year player for the Slash. She played last year for the Lloydminster Steelers. Change of jersey here, and she's not the only one. Is Kelsey Hall as well as a new player of this Slash team. Played on Lloyd last year. Smith has the puck. She's got time. Goes to center that one to Cadu, and just a little out of reach for her. Back controlling is Smith. Over to Leases. Smith winds up, fires. That one's blocked by Morton. Leases gets that back, tries to center, and a good clear by Jaden Morton there.
Yeah, definitely a solid setup. Just needed that last second shot to make it all work out. But, you know, if keep that setup going, we'll see what happens.
Minute gone here in the power play for the Slash. Couple chances on net, and Molly Mitchell, who stands at 5'10", has stood tall so far in this one. Bronwyn Boucher steps into the zone with the puck. She leaves it for Keyser. Gets it over to Pisani. And puck in the slot down there for Boucher. Tries to work it on the backhand, and a save by Mitchell.
Excellent save right there. Tracking the puck great. As aforementioned, you want to get that first, big save to calm down. That's probably like first 3 big saves right now. Definitely on track, doing all right, tracking the puck excellently.
They are testing Mitchell early and often in this one. The Slash, a lot of good control in this zone. This power play, 40 seconds remaining on that one. As we see Keyser get kicked out of the faceoff, it would be McDonald taking over. She won it but lost it. and heads over the point for Dale Ross. Ross is going to be a mainstay on this blue line for St. Albert. With Taylor Anker gone, it'll be Ross providing a bulk of the offense. She had 6 goals, 6 assists last year.
Another penalty.
And that's going to even things up here, as that's Bronwyn Boucher heading to the box. So we're going to have about 25 seconds 4-on-4 hockey, and then Haley Craig will step out of the box. That'll make it a power play for the Steelers.
Yeah, definitely. That's always the tough part when you're pressing and pressing and pressing, and of course you can't get those penalties in there, but that's all right.
And there's a face-off win for Lloyd. They control in the St. Albert zone. Tip shot on, and Barrett had to be clear there as that one got a little bit of life at the end. Stretch pass just misses Bogdan, but she's going to get to the puck first. Bobbling, tries to send it out front, can't. Pisani, one time, that one deflected off the glass, stays in play. Puck trapped on the side of the net, couple players whacking at it. We're going to get a whistle here right as Haley Craig comes out of the box. So we're going to get a face-off in the Lloyd zone, and they're going to start on the power play. Excuse me, they're going to move that one to the blue line since it was a deflection.
Yeah.
You see Jaden Morton out there for the Steelers. She's going to be a force on this power play. A mean player, Donovan. I know this is your first chance getting to see her, but
that's about right. Yeah, no, definitely looking at the stats and being like, oh, that's like almost 75 penalty minutes or so. That's with point production, no less. Definitely a threat.
Yes, she is a bit of a Brad Marchand type. You like those players that play hard, and she's begging for the puck. Takes the shot, misses the net. That's going to come back to the blue line. Lloyd doing a good job holding this puck in, but not for long. Greenau with the clear, and she's hustling down there.
Yeah, excellent. You can't argue better for a better penalty kill right there, getting that puck out. Pressing, too, not being afraid to get right in their faces.
And a good chance there for Jaden Morton earlier. She had the one-time shot, but just caught that puck on its heel. They got 45 seconds left here to work with. Let's see what they can draw up. And it's a steal. Kelsey Hall. Hall's looking behind the net. She's got Reich in front, but can't find her. Good job of the Lloyd D to swallow her up there. Hall, she's going to backhand that one in. Time dripping off of this power play. And it's been all St. Albert the last 25 seconds or so, keeping Lloyd in their zone.
Looks just like a power play for sure.
And here comes Lloyd, but it's a step offside. Haley Craig barely ahead of the play there.
Yeah, no, this has been faster than I was expecting for sure. Very skill-based too, no less. It's outstanding hockey.
And it's the two teams that didn't like each other last year, so we'll see if some of the fireworks continue. But they're also two of the highest scoring teams in the league. So 5 minutes gone here in the first period. Not a goal yet, but don't expect that for long. Lloyd working down low. Defenseman in to pinch in, but Pisani's going to get to that puck first. Craig working behind the net. Back on the half boards, but two defenders there. Tries to backhand that one out of the zone. It's tipped on net, but doesn't ever reach Barrett. Cadu walking out the St. Albert side. She gets it ahead to Schroeder. Schroeder stops and looks at the point for Brzozowski. Brzozowski taken down with a trip there. And that's going to be another penalty. That one to Lana Duray. St. Albert's going to get a second crack at the power play tonight. Unsuccessful so far in their first attempt.
Definitely good pressure, though, in their first one. We'll see if they can maintain it. Even during the penalty kill, it was solid pressure during that as well.
And they're a team that will bring the pressure. A very well-conditioned team. That's what they pride themselves on, always skating as St. Albert. And you really got to have the legs going to keep up. But if there's any team that could in this league, it is Lloydminster. Face-off is one that comes to Smith. Backhand attempt. Didn't get enough on that one, but she does close off the streaking Lloyd player.
Yeah, there's always a time when you need to pinch, and that was the time to do it for sure.
Now Ross, she's pestered by Sandberg, but she's able to get it ahead to Smith. Smith has options ahead, and St. Albert will be offside. Greenau trying to toe the line, really expected the pass to come forward. It didn't. Smith planning to coast that one.
Yeah, no, excellent job from Lloydminster right now. Lots of really pressing right back to back. They're not afraid to challenge St. Albert there.
And you really do have to challenge the St. Albert team, force them into mistakes, and they don't come often, but you got to capitalize when they do. Smith being pressured behind her net by Craig. Outlet pass up to Greenell, lost that one in the skates, and it's Lloyd that comes up with it. Good job by Goodwin, used the body, fancy move, she's moving in on net, backhand, and she's just disrupted off the puck. What an incredible job there by Olivia Mann to muscle Goodwin off.
Yeah, that's there. Everybody full panic mode, but they did everything right in that situation for sure.
And props to Mann, did not give up on the play, and Goodwin, beautiful display of her hands. She had 30 points, 30 games last year, and you gotta imagine that's not the ceiling heading into her last year. Her second year, actually. She was a rookie last year at a point a game, so it's just gonna keep climbing for her. Brett's gonna leave that one for Pisani. Pisani being watched, and that pass dangerous, but Keyser has it. She has the open, and Boucher, but that puck's on here, tries to get it to settle down and can't. Puck is still loose. And be Allie Isley with the clear there.
A lot of, just bad puck luck for St. Albert. They're getting right there, and then the puck's just that little bounce on the half, and you can't get anything done.
Lloydminster holding their breaths there, but Brahma and Boucher couldn't get that bobbling puck to settle down. It was rolling on its heel and hard to do. Cadieux for Meffin, back to Cadieux, tries to center that one for Schroeder. Took a hop. Ross goes down and gets it. Schroeder covering at the point. Player from Lloyd's out of the box. The shot comes and it's wide. Back at even strength here. Morton goes to put that one up ahead for Duray. Duray, fresh out of the box, has the puck, cuts in right circle. Great defense by Dale Ross. Lloyd still has the puck. It's Morton. Gets that one down for Mann. I should mention there are two Manns on this team, Madeline Mann and Olivia Mann. Puck's out of the zone. It's Cadieux. Cadieux working one-on-one. Great job there. Jocelyn Scott didn't let Cadieux walk around her. Brzozowski with the puck. That shot's blocked. Cadieux back on it. Sensors for Rhodes. Loose in front. Lloyd's just trying to get this one out of the zone, and they do just barely. 11:25 left here to go in the first period, Donovan. We haven't seen a goal yet, but both teams have had a number of chances each way. What do you think it's going to take to open up the floodgates here?
I think they just have to settle down, like especially watching that last power play. Lots of jittery once they finally settled in, but it's just pucks bouncing all over the place. It's I think the first team to settle down and figure it out and kind of relax, that'll be the one that does it.
And here comes Jaden Bogdan. Should just float that one on. Mitchell kick that aside. Olivia Mann back out there. A couple of beautiful defensive plays from her tonight. And she's got the puck, and she'll flip that ahead. Sandberg, no relation to Andy. She's met down there. And it's Pollard back for Sandberg. Lloyd trying to get out of their own zone. Stretch pass through a couple of bodies to Morton, and Morton's going to collide with Pisani here. Refs are going to let that one go. That was a 50-50 call there. Might have seen a little bit of interference on Morton.
Yeah. Hey, you got to, sometimes we'll see what happens, but certainly they thought hockey play. We'll see what happens.
And Morton just such a physical player. It's so hard to call a penalty against her.
Definitely.
Here comes Lloyd working back into the zone. Couldn't get a shot across. It was Ross in the middle of that one, but Lloyd maintains possession. That pass picked off by Kelsey Hall to do a flip play, but can't establish possession till now.
Yeah, very antsy. It's very jittery back and forth. It's big possession, back and forth hockey right now.
10 minutes gone in the first period. First goal could be huge here. Shots 5-2 for the St. Albert Slash. It's Meffam. She drops that one for Reich. Reich's going to Move that up ahead for Brzezowski. She had Schroeder. That puck squeezed right between her legs, and now it's going to be Lloyd coming back the other way. Reich, pass ahead for Schroeder. Schroeder takes that one shot and wide. We'll come to Lisis at the point. Lisis, she'll just flip that one in there. Olivia man on it first for Lloyd. Gets that one up to Isley. Up but not out as a shot comes in from the point. Brzezowski, and she's going for a change. Isley. Ahead to man. Smith and Gilby collide there. That's up ahead to Jaden Bogdan, member of the Canadian U18 team, as well as the Team Alberta. And we got a bevy of players that are playing on that Team Alberta competing in this one off of Lloydminster. Jaden Morton, she'll be a staple on that, as well as Haley Craig. And on the St. Albert side, 5 players: Dale Ross, Brooklyn Schroeder, Jaden Bogdan, Natalie Kieser, and Holly Barrett, all of which will be representing Team Alberta at the Winter Games this year.
Yeah, definitely. You can see the depth that St. Albert certainly has there of just a bevy of skill. Yeah, we'll give a quick shout out to Reich. Great defensive play, keeping the puck in earlier in that little frame there. And, yeah.
Really likes to use her speed. She's got some of the quickest legs, not only on the St. Albert team, but in this AFHL league. As that pass is centered for Goodwin, couldn't get a stick on it. Her and Craig tied up in the slot right now, each one holding each other up. Finally do separate though, and Goodwin takes another shot at the end of the play, and that'll come down for an icing.
Yeah, this is some of the best hockey I've had the pleasure of seeing just this year. It's fast, it is intense, and it is sensational on all sides. This is wonderful.
Both teams just ready to be back. First game of the season, kind of set the tone for the rest of the season here if these two teams are going to compete for the top spot once again. And Kieser collides there. It'll be Sandberg that comes out with it. Nifty move there around Mepham, and she's walking in. She's got Morton with her, moves her backhand, takes that shot, glove save, Barrett.
Unbelievable. Holy moly.
And we see an extra shot come in there at the end of the play. I believe that's Morton and Ross who are on the ice, a little tangled up. And I believe it was Bronwyn Boucher gave the shot at the back there at the end of the play, and she's going to head to the box. Lloydminster is going to get their second chance on the power play now.
Yeah, I've been mentioning it this whole time. Whichever team can kind of settle down, this is the time for Lloydminster to certainly do that. Great tracking of the puck there from Barrett. That was, your heart kind of sinks when that happens, and you got to do what you got to do.
It was a good job, and especially coming in, Lloyd held them the backhand the entire time. The pass looked like it was coming, and couldn't get all of what she wanted on that shot, and that helped Barrett, but a great job tracking, as you mentioned, to be able to stop that one. Lloyd's going to try and get to work here, but it's Allie Reich cutting on a dime, and she is pinned up against the boards. That's going to be one way to stop her, is just put her dead in her tracks, and it's Lana DeRay that's going to come out with it. DeRay's going to go coast to coast. She's moving left circle. She'll move around the net. She look at the point, and Pollard's going to come help out. She's boxed by Kieser. That pass centered, and a shot comes in. It's saved by Barrett. Wallen with a chance for Lloyd as they reach the halfway mark of this power play. Puck is loose, but we will get a whistle, just a hair late there.
Yeah.
You will see that quite a bit in this league, freezing of the puck. A lot of teams like to do that, especially the Slash, just get a fresh set of legs out there.
Well, that is 100% fair. This is very fast. Seeing coast-to-coast skating and quick line changes, too, on both sides.
You really got to start worrying about the legs in second and third periods of here. They haven't had live full-speed action. I mean, there is the preseason, but it isn't the same as when you actually get into game speed And so it's a little bit of figuring that out as well. We'll see maybe a bit of a war of attrition at the end of this one and whose legs are still going.
Great work by Keyser there a little while back, stopping the puck from settling in and stopping Lloydminster from setting up.
And here comes the train, Jaden Morton, and she bowled over Grinnell, and we're going to be offsides, though. Face-off will come in the St. Albert zone. Lana DeRay on the draw. She wins that one. But Pisani's going to control behind her own net. She'll leave that one for McDonald. Up but not out. Good job by Lloyd to keep that one in. And it's Pollard behind the net. Tries to center that, but it's picked off. Good work by Lloyd here, though, to jam that puck in the St. Albert zone. St. Albert doing a good job of boxing out the shooting lanes, though. Haven't had much of a chance here from Lloyd since the start of the power play. Olivia Mann will start behind her net. That puck turned over, but Mann picks it back up again.
That's been the story for St. Albert. Lots of close setups, and then just the puck just bouncing on its heel. Nothing much happening from there, and yeah, it's a potentially beautiful setup in the slot. Can't settle it down.
You got to be lucky to be good, and you got to be good to be lucky. And so far, St. Albert hasn't had a lot of luck as far as pucks go. We'll see if that changes as we go on in the game. 5 minutes remaining here in the first period. Ross controls. She'll flip that one up, and that should come back for an icing. Waved off. Ref might have missed that one. She was about a step or two behind. Maybe it's a bit of a veteran discount there.
More than likely. Yeah, that was sometimes that's the way she goes. Maybe they thought they could have picked up the puck at any moment.
Well, yeah, it's everybody's first game of the season, too, not just the players. Face-off one there by Lloyd, controlled by St. Albert. Bogdan comes up with it, tries to roof that one. Hard to do on Molly Mitchell, stands at 5'10". You want to go high on her, you're going to have to be sharp, and Bogdan was just a little off. Skrinow takes a tumble, and Lloyd's just going to steer one on, and Holly Bright easily pushes that aside. Morton working in, tries to cut, loses the grip, takes the shot anyways, top shelf!
Yeah, that's what it's all about. You can't give up on the play there. There was a bunch of times, I think that was about, felt like 3 dozen St. Albert sticks there, all from all over the place. And, you know, Mepham, everybody's trying to get that. You just got to keep going and commit with it. And look what happens, yeah.
Couple of chances earlier on the power play. You knew she wouldn't be denied all night, and she just absolutely picked the corner on Barrett there. Lloyd doing a good job. They've closed the gap in shots now, 7-6. They've had the last 5 in a row. St. Albert need to get back on their high horses. But a great job by Lloyd to stay in it, and now they've got a lead. Lisis up ahead for McDonald. McDonald had trouble with that one. Battle at the blue line for it. We'll see who comes up with it. It'll be McDonald. McDonald from the slot takes that shot. Couldn't get a lot on it. And Lloyd will clear that puck. Icing waved off. Mepham behind the net. Takes a look, gets that one up to McDonald. Couldn't handle it cleanly. And now momentum seems to have swung the way of Lloyd.
Definitely, yeah. The St. Albert's now suddenly getting pinned in their zone. They can't even. They are definitely struggling setting up, and they're just trapped in their own zone.
I know it's early, but the turning point has to be that Boucher penalty that was taken gave Lloyd some life. So we have a player down here. That'll be Allie Reich, who's slow to get to her feet. She'll be helped up by a teammate, but it looks like she's going to be all right. As Haley Craig, who's going to go to the box for the second time tonight. Now St. Albert, the chance to find the equalizer with just 3:35 remaining in the first period.
Yeah, pretty much their entire power play, they've been pretty solid. They've been setting it up well, but this is, I think, the time definitely to cash that in for sure.
And St. Albert, you can tell they definitely miss Madison Whalen, who is a staple in their offense. She worked that power play from the left circle and controlled the puck and dished it out. It was all her, and now they're going to have to find that new leader, and maybe it is Jaden Bogdan. His first game, we said it was the battle of the Jadens. Well, one of them's already got a goal tonight. Let's see how the other responds. Face-off control by St. Albert. Kelsey Hall making a couple of moves. She'll push that one back to the point. Bogdan to make the quick change in there. She was brought out for the face-off, but Pisani couldn't handle that pass cleanly, and now it's Lloyd coming the other way. DeRay takes that shot. Barrett just gets it with the tip of her glove. It was going high and wide. St. Albert gives up a shot on the power play. Bit of role reversal here. It was St. Albert working Lloyd on their power play in this game before, and now Lloyd really turning on the burners. Kelsey Hall can't handle that pass cleanly. Ross, she gets that one up ahead to Goodwin. Goodwin's going to have to find it. Has that pass picked off between her feet. Dale Ross, good job to keep it in. And puts it back down there for Goodwin. Takes a weird hop there, and Lloyd, the benefactors of that, and they were able to clear.
See, it's the bounce. It's what we're talking about this whole time. It's that luck. It's the if only it bounced just to the left, to the right. It's certainly puck luck is not going St. Albert's way.
45 seconds left here to go in the power play, and it's Bogdan coming in on that, cuts to the front, tried to go 5-hole. Good job by Michelle to keep that in front of her. She followed Bogdan the entire way.
Yeah, Bogdan fast. That is for sure. It looked like time was frozen for Lloydminster as Bogdan just skated in as if it was nothing.
Hands just couldn't keep up with the feet there for that slight second, but credit to Mitchell, who didn't give Bogdan any daylight either. Lloyd's clearing attempt gets to Pisani, but not out. Pisani, she's walking, she's thinking, and she feeds that one to the slot for Goodwin. Goodwin couldn't get all of that one. Now Lloyd, another chance to clear, and they will. Smith went in for the pinch, couldn't get there fast enough. And now 20 seconds left in the power play. St. Albert unable to get established here in the Lloyd zone. Morgan Davidson gets that one up, but not out. St. Albert control, just 5 seconds remaining here. Shot pass goes and just tipped wide. Good chance there for Cadu, couldn't capitalize. Back to Smith for point, back to 5-on-5 hockey here. Backhand pass and a save by Mitchell. Mitchell with the active pads kicked that away. A wide open Goodwin backdoor.
Yeah, inches. This has been St. Albert's issue this entire time. It's been that puck. Everything looks like it's all set to go. Bogdan, everybody's gunning for it. And then just missing it by half a centimeter.
They're getting that first pass, they're getting that second pass, but they tick the tack, but there's no toe so far tonight for St. Albert. They got 1:24 left here in the first period to figure that out. Let's see what happens. Face-off won by St. Albert. Your goal scorer, Morton. She's out there and she's got the puck racing in. She's cut off by Ross. Morton gives her a couple whacks.
Excellent play by Ross.
Just got enough of the body not to be a penalty. And there's Morton. Surprising here. Maybe a little angry after getting the missed call against, and the refs are making it up for her. That was a clear boarding. Rhodes going to backhand that one in here. We got a minute left to go here in the first power play. The legs are going. These teams don't like each other tonight. St. Albert has to regroup, get back on side. Bronwyn Boucher. She'll get that to Lisis. Flips it up ahead to McDonald. Now St. Albert's got numbers, 3-on-1. Keyser leaves that one. Boucher, one-time shot and a save by Mitchell. Puck is loose behind her. On the line, but not in.
Oh, my goodness.
What an incredible chance for St. Albert there. Molly Mitchell, kiss your post.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that puck was there for what felt like an eternity, just in the blue paint, ready to get chipped in. And I've not seen that many players gun it on top of that puck. It was incredible.
10 players on the ice, and they were all within 3 feet of each other there.
Oh, my goodness.
38 seconds left here. Face off in the Lloyd zone to the left of Mitchell. They'll be tied up there. Lloyd will go D to D here. Hey, Davidson tried to get that one up ahead to Isley. And we're going to have an icing.
Wyatt, this is very, very fast. I think I've said that like 7 times. It is incredibly paced hockey right now. As mentioned, both sides not too happy with each other. Combine that with that speed. Holy moly.
Don't blink or you'll miss it for those at home. Not a lot of time left here. It's dwindling off the clock. St. Albert, one last chance. Goodwin, she's going to cut into the slot, take that shot blocked. Moves to the backhand. Another save by Mitchell. Just having an outstanding period. 5 seconds remain. Lloyd will be controlling. They'll get that one out, and that's going to do it here for the first period. Your shots on goal, 13-7 for the St. Albert Slash, but it is the Lloydminster Steelers who get on the board first. Goal by Jaden Morton, and we knew she would come out hot, and she has overpromised everything we have delivered.
Yeah, definitely. Even though 13-7, it certainly doesn't feel like that. It feels like a very evenly paced hockey game on both sides. Great save by Mitchell there. Like that last 13 seconds, that's a save you need to make, and maintained that beautiful butterfly form, and it was just perfect right on the knees. Unbelievable, yeah.
She has been standing on her head like a break dancer. We're going to take a timeout here. We'll be back with your second period from the Morinville Leasure Centre. This is an ICU Video Productions Procast. My name is Wyatt Ziegler on the behalf of Rob Zitlow and Donovan Ekstrom. Stay tuned. We'll be back. Hello and welcome back inside of the Morinville Leasure Centre. Game 1 of the AFHL season between the St. Albert Slash and the Lloydminster Steelers. Fireworks early in this one, and a lot of frustration as well, Donovan, as we've seen numerous power plays going each way. These two teams do not like each other, and it is apparent early.
Yeah, definitely. It is certainly a wild time for sure. It's absolutely outstanding. It is fast-paced, but as mentioned, yeah, they are certainly getting the body on as much as they can in this league.
Oh, yeah, they are taking it to each other in this one. It's been early on. 1-0 lead, as you see on the scoreboard for your Lloydminster Steelers over the St. Albert Slash. Jaden Morton, the recipient of the goal there. She has been a bull in a china shop tonight, just bulldozing through this St. Albert defense. Hard to stop, even harder to contain. We'll see if St. Albert can do a better job of that this period, and if they have what's in him to come back in this one.
Yeah, definitely. Every time she's on the ice, it is a threat for sure.
Second period open faceoff is won by St. Albert. Goodwin controlling. Goodwin tries to cut into the slot. Shot comes in there, doesn't reach the net though. Morton on that loose puck. She's battling with Goodwin for it. Takes a couple of whacks at her. Can't get it off. A shot comes in from the side, and Ross will control that one. Down to Bogdan. Bogdan takes a turn. And now it's a shot from Lloyd that just goes high over the head of Barrett. You can see the pace hasn't changed from period to period here. 2-on-1 developing. Bogdan goes across to Greeno. Couldn't handle that pass.
It's that tic-tac, but it's that last toe that's been getting St. Albert this entire time.
Well, let's see if the shoe can be on the other foot this time. All 10 toes. Chance here developing. Schroeder, she's moving one-on-one. Has the defenseman skate the wrong way. Takes a spill. Good defensive play there out of Kira Gorgetson to break up that opportunity.
Yeah, when push comes to shove, when Lloyd needs to get that good defensive play, and they do in decades, been 100% of the time.
And we saw a pick there from Olivia Mann, but nothing doing as she had a player offside, had to wait for everything to get established. Battle in the boards here. It's Morton who comes out with it, drops it, shot comes in, not all the way through though. Kelsey Hall with the block there, and she controls the puck. Hall gains center, slips that one behind the defense. Lloyd's there first, and it's up for Gilby. Gilby, that puck stripped off her. Rhodes is on it, has options. Drops it for Smith. Smith fakes a shot and goes to Hall. Hall being worked on there. And St. Albert with their first offensive zone possession since what feels like halfway through the first period. Unable to get a shot, though, so far. 2 minutes gone here in the second frame. 3-on-2 developing. Brzezowski waits, cuts the outside, tries to go back to Rhodes. Had her wide open. Pass just a little behind, and now it's Lloyd coming the other way. And a pass just goes wide. Chance after chance here. Lloyd almost a chance to take that 2-0 lead.
That was definitely the break St. Albert needed there for sure, as that 2-0 would have hurt quite a bit.
Morgan Davidson got to backhand that one out. Hard to work against a 1-goal lead, especially against this Lloydminster team. Pretty tight defensive play since pretty much halfway through the first. They've really dialed it up in this one. Now it's McDonald. Left side, and Lloyd doing a tremendous job. They're not giving St. Albert the middle of the ice whatsoever. They're having to work along the boards, and when it comes to passes through the slot, they haven't been able to connect on anything, and you got to really credit that to the Lloydminster Steelers' active sticks in the lanes.
Definitely, and yeah, keeping them to the side, and when they do get the chance of passing, clogging those passing lanes, it's just been, it's like very, very right on each other there for Lloyd.
Playing each other quite tight as MacDonald comes in there to pinch. We got a MacDonald and a McDonald. We got a man and a man.
Makes your job really easy, Wyatt.
It really only have to remember half the names.
That's exactly it.
Chance up for Goodwin, and that puck just couldn't find the stick. Now be cleared down by Jocelyn Scott. Now go down 4 in icing. St. Albert's going to get another chance in the Lloyd zone. 16:10 remaining here in the second period.
Wyatt, I'm from northern Alberta, and I always like to see some fellow. I'm from Sexsmith. It's always nice to see folks from Spirit River on St. Albert. Ross from Spirit River. And, yeah, always good to see that northern Alberta pride.
And she is doing northern Alberta proud as well as a really offensive player. She's done a great job so far in this game, really continuing from an amazing season from last year. Morton's on the puck. She leaves that one behind. Good job coming in. The St. Albert D is that shot just wide. Barrett had to be sharp. Nearly picked that blocker again, and they're liking that blocker side on Barrett, this Lloydminster team. Isley giving chase, but it's Dure working against Pisani. And St. Albert got to keep the legs moving here when those outlast passes come. Haven't been able to do much once the puck hits their stick because they're flat-footed. Not Schroeder, though. She's upended.
Yeah, that physical play continuing. Definitely very physical hockey happening right now.
There you see Craig and Hall collide in that corner. Kelsey Hall, of course, comes from the Lloydminster Steelers. Her and Jade Cadu, 2 new members of the St. Albert Slash squad. And for Lloyd, they're missing 5 of their top 7 leading scorers from last year. Lomback, Wilkinson, McCauley on defense. Another chance comes in here.
Unbelievable save. Yeah, sorry I had to talk over you there. Yeah, great moment in the slot. But of course, Barrett tracking that puck, still doing a good job. Right on the crest, keeping this a 1-0 game.
And the shots 13-10 so far in this one. St. Albert doesn't have a shot on goal to start this period, but Barrett on the other end has been busy.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it, though. It feels like certainly St. Albert should have a couple more, especially at the start of the period, but it's certainly that last little second, they can't just get that shot off.
And maybe a bit of overpassing, too. They haven't been able to get that third pass through, so like to see more shots on net.
Definitely. I think it's about that time. Just shoot the puck on net and see what happens.
Good things happen when you shoot the puck.
Definitely.
Meffam, stretch pass for Brzezowski, gets it just crosses center, and she's going to dump that one in before going for a change. McDonald, that puck bobbles again, can't get a shot off. Good job by Sandberg there, had a stick in the way. St. Albert enters his own. Boucher centers that one. McDonald takes a shot right to the crest. Good positioning there by Mitchell, saw it all the way.
But now the puck's in Lloyd's zone. Now you can at least start to set up something instead of having this crazy quick back and forth. It seems Lloyd's really good at capitalizing on that. It's good to settle it down a little bit, get a good setup.
Yeah, it's 6.5 minutes, seeing that first shot of the period for the Slash. Head coach Dan Ockenberg probably not extremely happy with that, but his team still in this one, only down a goal. And here come the Steelers. They're going to dump that one in, but it's Ross back there for St. Albert. Gets it a hub to McDonald. A lot of play in the neutral zone this game as well. These teams not giving each other the line, not a lot of time to get established. And we're going to have another penalty coming up here. And it's Meffam as she raises her hands in the air and says, "What?" 13:08 remaining in the second period. Lloyd's going to go to the power play for the third time tonight. 0 for 2 so far. A couple of glorious chances. We got the goal scorer for Lloyd out there, Jaden Morton. She'll be taking the face off.
As mentioned, one of the most dangerous players on Lloyd. Every time she's on the ice, it's super fast. Great win.
Set play here comes out to the point. Davidson's shot does not reach the net. St. Albert a chance to clear here. Can't get it on the initial attempt. Bogdan does. Now she's coming out 2-on-1. Her and Goodwin. Up ahead to Goodwin. That pass picked off by Olivia Mann. Great defensive play there to disrupt the 2-on-1. And now it's Lloyd that comes the other way, but Jaden Bogdan, not to be denied, flips that one ahead to Goodwin. Goodwin's got to work against two Steel players. Rips that shot. That'll be blocked. Goodwin, second attempt. That one blissfully on net. And Mitchell's just going to take the face off.
That dangerous chance, man, 2-on-1 and just did everything perfectly. Not a clear shot, and that passing lane clogged right up. It was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful defensive play from Mann.
And you can see the ball starting to roll here for Lloydminster. They had a couple of holes defensively early on, but they have plugged everyone in the boat.
Yeah, even when it's been St. Albert getting that chance, it just seems like it's their game right now.
Up to the point for Scott. Scott tried to feed Dure. Carried that puck in all the way from behind her own net. She had sat there and waited. And Scott takes a shot. That one saved by Barrett. Steered aside to the corner. 45 seconds left to go here on the power play. Lloydminster, one shot on it so far. It's Dure down for Pollard. Pollard all the way up for Craig, but that pass out of reach, and it's a foot race for it. It's Rhodes. Might get there first, but good job. And we're going to have a penalty. I don't think it's going to be interference. Jinx, you owe me a Pepsi.
That's exactly. Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Haley Craig, that is her third minor of the night. That kills the Lloydminster power play. They'll have to kill off 32 seconds of 4-on-4, and then St. Albert will head to the power play for about a minute and a half here, try to equalize it. But it was a necessary play from Craig, not normally a defenseman. She had to help out her defenseman, Scott, who was coming in. She might have gotten the puck first, but you take the safe play if you're Craig, and you don't want to give up one. Hall has to retreat in her own zone. She gives it to Ross. Ross is looking up ahead. Nobody to pass to. Is no one skating there. Ross likes to join the rush. Almost should have carried that one herself. No options open. 11 seconds left on the 4-on-4. This one's going to come into the St. Albert zone for the face-off. Gilby will take the draw. A good chance that they can get a shot off quickly. You might be able to get a couple of good scoring chances before going down a man. And Gilby's being sent to the bench. Not sure the referee's decision there, but it's going to be Sandberg replacing her. Good job by Allie Reich there. Tie up the draw. They're just trying to kill the rest of the time off of this 4-on-4. Stretch pass for Hall, and it just couldn't reach. Tumble trying to reach it. Pisani, move around Sandberg, and she's going to enter the zone herself. Pisani looks, makes a cut. Gives it to Boucher, who's filling in at the point. They'll switch positions, so she'll give it to Hall. Hall sends that one back down below to the net for Boucher. Boucher, she's being worked on by Morganson. Boucher cuts to the front, takes a shot. That's saved by Mitchell. Hall back up for Ross. Ross, backhand pass back down to Hall. And Lloyd doing a terrific job taking away the passing lane. That one comes off. Ross will shoot that. Strapped a rocket to it, but couldn't hit the net. And Lloyd will clear that puck on net to Barrett.
Nice sustaining pressure, though, from St. Albert. But as mentioned, yeah, Lloydminster just getting right in the lanes, and each shot is not exactly the most optimal for St. Albert.
Yes, I would give Lloyd the edge and high danger opportunities so far in this game. Good job by McDonald there to hold the point, but only momentarily. It's going to bounce out. 15 seconds remaining here in the penalty to Haley Craig. Boucher drops that to no one, but Smith does reach the puck first and gets it to McDonald. Back to Smith, 5 seconds left here. Fans on the shot. Pass over, that one's blocked by McDonald. I mean, back at even strength here, and that's going to be an icing against Lloyd as Haley Craig had just stepped out of the box.
Yeah, very, very close. Probably St. Albert was a little tense there. You certainly don't want Craig all by herself in right there.
In tight, dangerous player, nice set of hands. One of the reasons that she's on that Team Alberta coming up here at the Winter Games. Faceoff will actually come at center here. I think they're going to say it was a two-split time to really give it an edge either way. 9:34 remaining here, second period. Halfway through this game, it's 1-0 for the Lloydminster Steelers.
Yeah, the shots don't really tell the story. It has been certainly Lloydminster has been really, really, really controlling play.
Puck in the neutral zone. Goodwin couldn't get to settle down. And it's good help defense by the Lloydminster Steelers. They're not letting St. Albert go one-on-one against them. When they do feel a player, the skill of Bogdan or Goodwin coming in, there is constant help on the back pressure.
Yeah, there's usually three Lloyd players right on there, and then they just get panic and send the puck out.
Great line defense. That shot goes high and wide. Outlet pass here to Goodwin. Goodwin couldn't handle that. Greenough a chance, but it will be just offside as Goodwin couldn't get back in time.
Yeah. There's another person that's also from old Beaver Lodge, from the Lloydminster. I got to give credit to Wallen. Well done. Right from old Northern Alberta.
I say myself, I've never been to Beaver Lodge. Can you tell me anything about the town?
They have an incredible A&W.
Okay.
Probably the best in Northern Alberta. That's saying something.
That's a free plug for A&W if you're listening. And Brzezowski working along the board. She's met there by Olivia Mann. Mann will come out with the puck. Good work there, but gives it up to nobody. And a chance developing there, but could do just out of reach, and she looks like she's laboring a little bit. We talk about a lot of turnover in this league. Is you only get 3 years to really play. So this year it's the 02s to the 04s. If you're the Lloydminster Steelers, you only have 7 returning players to this roster, and they haven't looked like they have missed a beat.
Yeah, definitely, especially because two players coming from Lloyd on St. Albert as well. Like they look solid.
Yeah, you would think that Cadieux and Hall would have a bit of a book, as we see a trip there that doesn't get called. And now it's Lloyd coming in, Pollard. She was a staple on this team from last year, one of the 7 returning players. She gives that pass away to MacDonald. Craig working, that shot comes in from the point, does not reach the net. Pisani's going to clean it up behind hers. Pisani pressured from Pollard, good job there, pins her to the boards. Puck is loose as Wright comes out to help, and Jocelyn Scott pinching in as well.
Yeah, Lethbridge is not afraid to challenge the speed of St. Albert. Certainly they are going toe-to-toe, and it's working out.
One way to slow down the speed is to play physical. And, yeah, weird bounce there, and Lloyd has done plenty of that tonight. A new barn here in Morinville that we're playing in. The boards still have life in them. St. Albert will make their home debut on Sunday. It's a home game for them now, but it's also a bit of a road game playing in Morinville instead of St. Albert. But we're happy that Morinville was willing to have us, and it's a tremendous-looking rink out here.
Oh, for sure.
There's a chance developing, but Keyser can't settle that one. Good job by Davidson to shut down the opportunity. St. Albert will stay with the puck, though. That one bounces just past Lisis. Smith's going to have to retreat back in her own zone. Defensive miscommunication there, and Lloyd's got it. That's a shot easily saved by Barrett. And that's the thing about so much turnover your first game of the season. Chemistry is something that needs to be worked on both sides as well. But you really got to get to know your partners, and this is the first step in doing that this season for both teams.
It definitely makes you feel better if you're a goalie like Barrett, that everybody's communicating on the same page.
Easily steered aside there. Credit to both teams, just playing incredibly hard right now. It's a game of inches today, as no one has been able to really hit the long passes. And we see Bogdan, she's going to try and streak in, but Olivia Mann shuts her off. Alexandria Spenson to clean it up.
Just like what you saw there, when the pass is clean, it almost they're surprised by it.
And that one goes ahead to nobody, and Lloyd will try to walk into the same zone, but they can't maintain possession. Picked pass there. Shot comes in high and wide. That one rings around the boards, and it come out of the zone. Now Pisani will regroup. Should get that one over to MacDonald. Rhodes couldn't handle that one cleanly, so Lloyd will put it back into the St. Albert zone. Couple of bodies tied up there, nothing doing. Pisani, long shift for her right now. Been out there probably 45 seconds already. Puck along the boards. We'll see if we get a whistle here, and right on cue. As the refs didn't like what they were seeing. Too much time tying up, but it's a good whistle for St. Albert. They're able to get some tired bodies off the ice.
Yeah, definitely Lloydminster just keeping pressure up. It's been a momentum back and forth, and it just feels like Lloydminster's got it going on for them.
That just feels it's a while between whistles here. The pace of play has been tremendous in this one. St. Albert's going to start with the puck. Can't get that first pass to go, but here's a chance coming out. It's Rhodes. Rhodes, she has Cadieux. Cadieux wide open in front, takes that shot and scores! Jade Cadieux wide open in front of the net, says, how do you do to Molly Mitchell? Beats her glove side.
Yeah, that's I think what I think St. Albert was desperately needing. As soon as I was mentioning, always those little pucks, the bouncing puck. But as soon as it works, as soon as you finally get it, it's gravy.
And what a pass from Rhodes, especially. She had the Lloyd defender all over here, and it was flat on the ice when it was received by Cadieux, and Cadieux all the time in the world to pick her spot, and she does. 1-1 hockey game, less than 5 minutes to go here in the second period. Brand new game.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see what the momentum does now, if the puck luck's finally going to start going St. Albert's way.
And it's Lloyd who will work in the St. Albert zone right now. A couple of players collide in the boards. It's Reich down on the ice for St. Albert. Sandberg comes up with it. St. Albert looking to start the breakout, and that's Jade Cadew's first goal as a member of the St. Albert Slash, and probably a bit of a sweet feeling to get one against their own team, as Schroeder almost had a chance at the one-timer, but whiffed on the shot. That's one thing you'll notice from this Schroeder-Keyser Boucher line. A lot of defense, a lot of skating. Schroeder will probably be the high person most times, but Boucher and Keyser both a set of wheels on him. Laces over the Ross, and that one just gets across half, and Keyser will dump it in. Boucher can't find the puck. It's in between her feet. She does come up with it. Tried to center that one for Keyser. Good defensive play by Gilby, and Lloyd will clear that puck out of their zone. Bogdan has Goodwin. She's looking to the backhand pass right in front. Goodwin tried to go forehand, just missed. Puck is still loose in front. Bogdan settled that one down, smacking it out of the air. Mepham takes that shot on, looking for a tip in front.
Bogdan, that was one of the most sensational passes I've seen this whole game. Not even no look, just a beautiful, couldn't even see it where it was gonna go. What an incredible pass, and an even better save, of course.
And you can see she attempted it twice. If she might have been able to get it across the first time, could be a different story, but credit to her to stay with the play, and ice in her veins, that Jaden Bogdan. Lloyd will step in, take an easy wrister, and Brett doesn't want any of that. She's seen enough action in her zone this period.
Yeah, definitely. I think St. Albert's starting to feel it. It's good to just slow everything down, start to get it back on your side.
St. Albert really want to play at their own pace.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll win that face-off, but it is controlled by the Steelers. Cutting to the middle. Dangerous puck there, but St. Albert controlling, able to get that one out of their zone. Jacqueline Scott, pass ahead. Shotcom is in, that one blocked. St. Albert needs a second chance here to get out of their zone. Tried to get that one up to Greenau, but just skipped over her stick. Olivia Mann first on it for Lloyd. Lloyd walking in, Cadu. Good defensive play after getting the goal. She's doing it on both ends of the ice. Stopped a chance there. Jensen Wallen, who is going to walk in and take a shot.
Yeah, this has been definitely still physical. It's been bodies on bodies as much as they possibly can get away with. Yeah, they're not afraid to get at each other for sure.
We have seen the penalties somewhat slow down this period. Probably a message from both coaches going into this one is we're not going to win this game on the penalty kill, so let's clean that one up. Under 3 minutes remaining here in the first period. Chance for Pollard. She walks over to the right circle, down low, and that one swatted away by Smith. Good play in front of Barrett. And St. Albert was coming back with numbers, but just couldn't control the puck. And I believe that one got lost in the Lloyd bench during the change.
Yeah, a little bit of wacky fun with linesmen, line change. It's a whole lot of bodies, and the puck just, I think, it's somewhere in there.
That faceoff will come at the St. Albert blue line. Morton, your goal scorer for Lloyd, back out there for the Steelers. St. Albert working from their own zone. Mepham tries to go off the boards, read perfectly by Lloyd. But that's Ross who's going to jump up into the play. Ross up ahead for Grinnell. Across to Schroeder. Couldn't reach her. Now St. Albert's going to have to retreat and try again. Mepham. She'll flip that one in and go after it herself. Lloyd gets there first, but a good job by Hall to keep that one in the zone. Schroeder tried to get it across from Mepham. Short pass, but a good body in the way. Sandberg, left side, try to flip that one down the center, and McDonald's going to put it back in, but not for long. It's Sandberg once again on it. Lost that one into skates, and now Boucher walking in. Boucher's got Keyser. Boucher winds up, fires. What a save by Mitchell. Didn't have any time to react to that one. McDonald from the point takes that shot. Bouncing puck doesn't find its way through. Blocked by a Lloyd player in front. McDonald over to McDonald. And Lloyd, a tremendous job just to get that puck out of their zone.
Yeah, very dangerous play there. Definitely Mitchell needed to be right on. Keyser was right there too.
Both teams will make quick changes here. Keyser on the ice trying to get ahead of steam. She's hauled down there by Craig. Narrowly avoids her fourth one of the night. Now it's Bogdan on the puck. Bogdan moving to the right side. She has a girl in front. McDonald, it scores! Credit Jaden Bogdan all the way on that one. Yeah. McDonald cleans up the garbage in front.
Yeah, there comes a time when it's just right there, but that was an incredible, tremendous play from Bogdan. Definitely, I was going to start to mention how it didn't really feel like the momentum has shifted, but I think that might have been, especially 53 seconds left in the second. We'll start to see how Lloyd responds and ends this period.
Yeah, those goals in the first and last minute can be heartbreakers. Let's see if Lloyd can get back on the board and tie things up before the end of the period, or if ice tilt is St. Albert's way this time. Drake got that one in, but St. Albert first on it. Shot comes in, and an easy save there by Brett. Hasn't been tested as much since earlier on this period. It felt like Lloyd had a plan going into the start of the second. They were going to try the blocker on Brett, and they really went away from that, and it's just been easy work in front of her. Yeah,
definitely. It's been easy glove saves and far away. Like, they're not really getting bodies in front either. It's just been easy lanes for a goalie to see.
And that's another thing I think. Thank you for pointing out. No one in her sight lines ever. This a quick shot comes on there. That's a great chance from Allie Isley. Had to catch, almost caught Brett off guard there.
Yeah, no, as a former goalie, you hate those shots.
Face-off won by St. Albert. 30 seconds remaining here. Maybe time for one last chance for either team. Puck worked along the boards in the neutral zone, and it will be thrown into the Lloyd zone. 15 seconds remaining. You just want to get this one out. Hall will retreat up. Tried to pass it up, but we're just going to see time expire here. 3-2-1, and that is it for the second period. A period that started all Lloyd, but it's St. Albert who scores both the goals. Jade Cadu to tie it up, and McDonald right at the end. A tap in from Jaden Bogdan. You got to think they go back to that combo maybe later in this game.
Yeah, it's working. You got to keep going, keep that momentum. We'll see how the start of the St. Albert can keep that pressure up.
And that'll do it for the second period. We'll be back for the third. My name is Wyatt Ziegler on behalf of Rob Zitlow, our director, and Donovan Ekstrom, my color guy. We'll see you in just a few. Hello and welcome back inside of the Morinville Leasure Centre. Game tonight between the St. Albert Slash and the Lloydminster Steelers. This is an ICU Video Productions Procast. My name is Wyatt Ziegler. Our director is Rob Zitlow, and I am joined beside the tall, the lovely, the bearded Donovan Ekstrom.
Oh, and mustached.
And mustached.
I need to mention that.
Yes. You're, the compliments on your mustache made my mustache feel inferior, which it may be, and inferiority is not something we have seen out of either one of these teams so far tonight.
No, definitely. It's been toe-to-toe. Easily could have gone either way. This could be 6-0 for either team. It's been a wonderful game today. Yeah,
both goaltenders doing a tremendous job in net. They both look like break dancers so far, standing on their heads. See if that continues or if the fireworks go off this period.
Definitely. Not just to mention that, though, but the defense on both sides have been great as well. Definitely not giving easy looks for either side.
No, and it was St. Albert turned it on in the last couple minutes of that second period. They were down 1-0. They came back, stormed down the doors, scored 2 goals. Jade Cadu opened up the floodgates with the first one, and then it was Kyra McDonald. Too many McDonalds on this team. Kyra McDonald, who buried the open tap in from Jaden Bogdan. Goodwin steals that puck, centers. Good chance for Grinnell, but she couldn't get good enough wood on it. Puck is loose and the whistle is blown. Molly Mitchell, a little bit of luck there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that puck was right next to her the whole time, and that's what happens when you get enough bodies there. Ref can't see it and blow the play dead.
And a good pass there from Goodwin. She found Grinnell right in the slot, but just couldn't pull the trigger.
It's that puck luck. It's still happening. As soon as St. Albert gets control of it, they'll be all right.
And the faceoff won there by Lloyd. Morgan Davidson, stretch pass, finds nobody, but it did go off a St. Albert body, so there will be no icing. Sandberg first on the puck. She leaves it for Morton. Morton met by Ross, rubbed out along the boards. St. Albert clearing attempt doesn't go. It'll be back down there. Mepham. Ross, stretch pass up to Bogdan. Bogdan slowed down, but she stole that puck off the stick, and she is taken down. Sliding into the boards there. St. Albert will remain in the Lloyd zone, and it's Boucher. Sorry, that was Bogdan. Still hasn't made a change so far. Long shift for her. As that shot comes in, about a bouncing puck. It was dying on the end of that. I almost thought it was going to pick a corner.
Definitely, it had that little knuckle puck happening.
And another shot comes in. Allie Reich, I didn't know she could fire it that hard. Must be something she's worked on during the offseason, because that was an incredibly hard shot. And a good job by Lloyd to clear, but that will come down for an icing. And so St. Albert will remain in the Lloyd zone. Minute 30 gone in this period, and it feels like it's been a minute 30 down there.
Yeah, St. Albert is buzzing. It is certainly trying to get that third goal, really try to put it home.
We talked about it nearing the end of the second period. They scored 53 seconds remaining. It could be a bit of a back-breaking goal, but Lloyd, no fight, has not let the fight leave him yet. Lisis has that puck taken away from her. Pollard pinned to the boards by Reich. Smith's in there to help out. Craig as well for Lloyd, and Craig hauled down there. Puck does come free, though, only momentarily. And Schroeder working against the blue line. Couldn't get it past every single Lloyd body, though. They have done a tremendous job of staying below the puck. And at least this will just flip that one in, get a change. Pass attempt over Brzezowski just misses her, and Mepham will have to retreat into her zone. Gets it over a partner, Ross. Up ahead for Cadu. Couldn't get stick on that one. It's going to come down for an icing.
Definitely seeing Lethbridge getting back to that body on body, really starting to amp up the pressure. They kind of went away from it at the end of the second. It looks like probably good talking to from coach saying keep it up. It's been working, and we'll see if they can maintain that.
And they had a good game plan going in the first 30 minutes of this game. It was almost all Lloyd, and Jaden Morton, who takes a tumble there, was a big part of that. She's got their lone goal tonight. Maybe she has more left in her.
Yeah, definitely. It's mentioned several times. She is a threat every time she's on the ice.
Yeah, good job by Gilby. A bit of an unsung hero in this Lloyd team. Does everything for you. Shot comes in. That one blocked. Rebound for Morton. She couldn't get good enough wood on that. It was bouncing. Comes up to Jacqueline Scott. She'll put that one in behind the net. Morton will get on it for Lloyd. Up to the point, and it couldn't be held by Gorgeson.
Yeah, much needed break for St. Albert there. Lloyd is pressuring.
St. Albert gets out of their own zone, and Lloyd will make a change. Your goal scorer, McDonald, out on the ice right now. Boucher and Keyser. She's got the difference maker right now. You made it 2-1. Boucher tracks down the loose puck and gets it to McDonald. Takes a skate around the net. In comes a pinching other McDonald.
Yep.
And now it'll be Lloyd moving the other way.
Lloyd starting to fill up those lanes and pressuring. Ooh.
Barrett out of her net to play that puck. Dangerous, but she did get there first. Now it's MacDonald. Often. Boucher, a chance there, but that puck just skips over the stick. That went off a referee and out of play momentarily, so they're going to blow that one down. Both teams will make changes.
Yeah, this is getting right back into it. But Lloyd's really not there, fighting down to the last second for sure. They keep this pressure up. I'm getting some first period vibes already.
15:40 remaining here in the third period. It is St. Albert Slash with a narrow 2-1 lead over Lloydminster Steelers. Plenty of time left in this one. We'll see if this holds or if things change. Shot up front, and that one takes a weird bounce. It goes over the net. Stop me if I've heard that, if I've said that before today. Weird bounces on both sides.
Yeah, definitely ending up in the bench, flying all over the place.
And Morton way offside there. A couple extra moves made at the line by Lloyd. That's what forced her over.
Yeah, Jaden's been all over just flying all over the ice. And of course, yeah, definitely caught off offside there, but.
She's like throwing a brick in a washing machine. You don't know what's going to happen, but you know it's going to be exciting to watch.
Exactly.
Allie Reich moving up the left wing side. She'll cut to the middle on her backhand. Tried to drop that one for Ross, but just didn't have enough mustard on it.
That's Lloyd doing that again. They're starting to get back into their defensive zone.
Pollard giving good chase to that puck. She beat out Mepham to it. Pollard, good skates on her. She is quite elusive, deceivingly elusive. It doesn't always look like she's speeding out there, but she's got a really good stride. Hall's going to get that one in. Her first game with the St. Albert Slash. Jade Cadu, also her first game with the Slash. She has a goal in this one. We'll see if Hall can match her. Ross backhands that one and can't get it past Craig. Craig, 3 penalties in this one.
To give credit to Craig, though, almost all of those penalties were smart penalties.
Yeah, denied the 2-on-1 chance. That was earlier on. If you're a coach, you're not looking back at the video and saying, why did you do that? You're saying, thank you for doing that.
Exactly.
Now Lloyd will work in, but can't control there. Having trouble working it from the blue line down to the forwards. Forwards doing a tremendous job in this one, but a bit of a newer blue line. 3 rookies on the blue line for the Steelers. Ross behind her net. She's been out there for what feels like forever. Steadiest defenseman on this St. Albert squad. You can see why head coach Dan Ockenberg really likes to lean on her.
Yeah, finally getting that change she desperately needed.
There goes Smith. She flipped it to the open corner. Foot race for the puck. Good job by Lloyd. Poked it ahead. Smith is steamrolled at the blue line. Duray able to clear. Gets that one ahead, but can't get anything established. And now it's McDonald with the puck for St. Albert. She's coming up the left wing side. McDonald, bottom of the left circle, stops up, drops that one for Boucher. Calling for the pass was Keyser. Couldn't find her. And Ross back out there, no time at all. And her stretch pass to Boucher is there, but in the feet. Hard up to Sandberg, can't be controlled. And Bogdan wisely retreats. She wants to get something set up here.
Yeah, Lloydminster still pressing. They're doing it's that defensive mentality.
Jenna Goodwin got a stick in between her feet there from Sandberg. She is back up though. St. Albert in the Lloyd zone, and she's going to get to that puck first. Gloves it out of the air. has possession, has a girl in front for Bogdan, and gloved out of the air by Mitchell, and Jaden Morton throws Grinnell to the ground after the play.
Yeah, this has been what's been happening, keeping the the whistle in the pocket. I hope everything's okay.
Grinnell probably just had the wind knocked out of her. Morton is a strong player, and she used every bit of her frame to throw her down. Grinnell laboring a little bit. Hopefully she's okay. Training staff is going to take a look. Now 2 minutes from Morton. This will be St. Albert's 4th power play of the night.
Yeah, Lloydminster is definitely going to be missing Morton, especially right now.
They got their best player in the box, but they got their best penalty killer out there, and that's Molly Mitchell. Shot comes in, and that one's steered aside. St. Albert maintains possession. It's Goodwin up ahead for Ross. Fakes a shot and goes to Pisani. Pisani does the same, goes back to Ross. Ross shoots that one, and it's blocked by Craig. And that's one player that has been missing often. Haley Craig, she's going to the bench, really favoring that left leg. That was a hard shot from Ross she had to block.
Yeah, definitely still shaking it too.
We'll keep an eye on her in this one. Minute 15 left here to go in the power play. 1 shot on goal for St. Albert on it so far. Pisani battling at the blue line. Cadoo's in to help out. It does squeak loose, but Lloyd unable to clear. Good job by Smith, and Bogdan takes that shot just wide.
Unreal play from Smith, keeping that play alive.
And Lloyd is able to clear that one. Smith will stop up behind her own net. She's going to wait for the passing lanes to open up. She gives it to her partner, McDonald. Up ahead all the way to Kelsey Hall, but just out of reach. That one takes another weird bounce behind that net. That one kicked right in front to the slot. Thank God for Lloyd. Nobody was home for St. Albert. 20 seconds remaining here on the power play. Very active boards.
There are some ethereal forces happening here in Morinville for sure.
10 seconds left in the power play. Ross fakes that shot, goes across to Schroeder, takes that one. Glove save by Mitchell.
Yeah, some traffic in front, but Mitchell still tracking the puck all right. A very good save.
And that just shows off the positioning that she has. She stands tall at 5'10". She can drop into the butterfly and still keep most of the net covered compared relatively to other goaltenders in this league. Sound positioning. She didn't need to see the puck. She knew where it was coming.
Yeah.
Reaching the halfway point of this third period. Back to 5-on-5 as a shot tipped in by Keyser. Another save by Mitchell. Outlet pass is way ahead, and it's a foot race to it. Ross will get there first. She's coming off a long shift out there that entire power play. 10 minutes gone here in the third period. She's probably played about 6.5 of them. Gorgeson on the puck for Lloyd. Good job there to shield off Bronwyn Boucher, and she springs Haley Craig, who has a shot, and that one is gloved aside. Good defensive play by Ross as well, but what a beautiful feed by Gorgeson. She was able to hold off Keyser that entire time and found the streak in Craig. Craig would have liked to have had a little bit more mustard on that one, but given the circumstance of the defense Ross was playing, it's a good shot.
Yeah. No, it's been, and it's getting a little chippy out there too, a little bit of contact. We'll see how this goes.
Shots in favor of the St. Albert Slash, 25-18. And they're working in the zone. It's Kamea Brzozowski, second-year player. Drops that one off, and Pollard picked it. Now Pollard moving one-on-one against McDonald. And that one is blocked by her. Good job. But Lloyd remains in the St. Albert zone. Brzozowski outlet pass to Rhodes. Rhodes is open. Cuts to the middle. Another move. Backhand drop. Maybe a little too fancy there from Rhodes. Had a chance at the shot, but she was able to get that backhand drop off. It would have been a beautiful chance for St. Albert.
Yeah, even then, though, not too much of a good lane.
A lot of bodies in the way. It was a low percentage pass, but if it does work, you've got a quality chance.
Whoa. Wyatt, this is fast. I am like, it is back and forth. It says 26-18 for St. Albert, but it does not feel like that.
No, these are two evenly matched teams, as you see here. The narrowest of leads for St. Albert, 2-1. Jacqueline Scott, she's met down below by Greeno. Smith pinching in dangerously. Lucky that one left on its heel, or she might have been burned. And now it's Goodwin with it. Goodwin, probably the skating comes the easiest in this league to Goodwin, I would say. She has a unbelievable stride. It doesn't even look like she's moving, especially with the puck on her stick. And she's almost faster. There's a chance for Morton to cross. Can't connect with that one. She'll circle up front, tries to turn around and fire, but lost control of the puck. Now it's Bogdan working the other way. Bogdan flips that one into the corner. She's going to get a change. Another point for those active boards. Mitchell went out to play the puck, and it stopped up and hopped the other way before it got to her. Dale Ross pinching in, runs into a linesman. Hall gains center, flips it in. It's a foot race. Lloyd will get there first. Pass ahead just out of reach, and Pisani is going to meet the Lloyd player there. Allie Reich, that pass just out of reach, but good legs, gets there first. She's going to stop up behind the net. She's got 3 Lloyd players swallow her up. No chance there to get around.
It's been quite a bit since the last whistle. Lots of line changes, really crisp. It's been back and forth and back and forth.
And we've seen that a lot these games. Teams able to roll lines and
There we go.
right on cue.
That's exactly it.
Out of play, and we're going to get a whistle. That was the first time in, I'm going to check my watch, 2 minutes, I believe, that we actually had a whistle. So that was a nice opportunity, all teams, to get the legs going in this one.
Yeah, take a little bit of a breather. 6:45 left. Start to focus. St. Albert, you don't want to start resting on your laurels, of course, and Lloyd is going to try everything they can to get that equalizer.
Now face-off won by St. Albert. Smith, hard pass off the glass. Will reach the net, so that'll wave off the icing. Jacqueline Scott trying to reach that one up ahead to Gilby. Gilby real clear, and it's Morton. She's got Lisis in front of her. Lisis, good job. Shut Morton off from the puck. Lloyd has to touch up. And Smith and move around. She's going to keep that puck and carry it herself. Drops for Kieser. Kieser takes a look, goes to the point for Brzozowski. Across to Ross. She's got a hard shot. We've seen her use it. St. Albert working behind, below the goal for themselves. It's Schroeder in a huge battle there with Olivia Mann. She's going to turn and look to the point for Meffam. Meffam fakes the shot, tries to go back to Rhodes. A lot of vocalness from the St. Albert bench there. They're trying to direct her on where to put that puck. And Lloyd, a good job, able to clear the zone. Pollard all over Ross.
No, not directing. The clock wasn't running.
Oh!
It's been about 60 seconds at 6:45. Time just kind of stopped happening. All right, yeah, they're going to try to figure out what's going on. But it was about a minute. I'd say about 60 seconds. I was looking and kept thinking that it was like Groundhog Day.
So they'll take their best guesstimation. Right now, Lloyd's best friend is the timekeeper.
Exactly.
They need a goal, and they are doing everything in their power to help out.
Yeah, that was. I was like, what's going on? And I keep looking at the clock. I'm like, 6:45 left. 6:45 left. Then finally, the clock started. We'll see how much time's left.
Referee's probably having that discussion right now with the Lloyd bench. He's shaking his head. He doesn't think any time should be taken off the clock right now. Hard to disagree with him if you're on the Lloyd side. He says 6:24.
You'll agree, 6:20.
It is an interesting call for the refs to make because
Definitely.
really what can you do? Do you want to run a minute off just because you forgot to start the clock, or are you going to keep it same? And that kind of looks what's happening. So Lloyd is going to catch a break here.
Ooh. We'll see what the last 60 seconds have to do.
If they can find the equalizer in the last minute, there might be a bit of protest from the St. Albert bench. Stay tuned. We'll see what happens as Sandberg's pass can't leave the zone. Goodwin's all over her. MacDonald comes from the point to try and help out. But it is Goodwin who hands up that tried to feed that one down low to Bogdan, but pass never left the ice. It was an easy pick. Goodwin tried to split between 3 Lloyd players. She loses that one. She's all over Sandberg, who was looking for Morton, and they're going to go back to her, but that pass intercepted by Smith, and she takes out Morton at the end of that play.
Yeah, a little bit of that funny stuff, as I mentioned, as a goalie. It's always nice when you get a little love tap from the other player as you're covering up. But
it's a good job of defending your teammate if you're Smith there.
of course.
Morton's been in the face of almost every single St. Albert Slash player.
Exactly.
I feel like I've said her name more times today than I think I ever would have thought in my life. But that just goes to show she has been all over the ice tonight. Lone goal for the Lloydminster Steelers, who have 5.5 minutes to tie this one up. And for St. Albert, they got 5.5 minutes to either expand this lead or hold on as Allie Reich is rubbed out along the boards. Morgan Davidson with the hit there, and Reich is still not on her feet yet. That looked like a bit of a rough play, but the refs have been letting them go tonight. We'll see if anything comes of this, and I don't believe there will be. Reich back up, and she'll take the face-off. Is won by Lloyd, though. Davidson able to clear it out. Stretch pass offside for Lloyd. Lost in the feet, and you couldn't turn around. You just kind of hope the puck's coming in front of you.
Also hope that it's all onside. Hopefully everybody's seeing that and pulling back a little bit, but the way she goes, Wyatt.
5:09 remaining here. Third period.
5:09 or 4:09, I don't know.
Take your pick at this point. I'm with the clock keeper no matter what. Time has started here as it is ticking away. Allie Reich along the right boards. She'll take a body in there, and Lloyd able to clear. That one off the stanchion comes to McDonald. Another weird bounce in this house, and she gets a wonderful chance on net. But Molly Mitchell up to the task.
Definitely maintain that butterfly, and you are correct. 5'11" holds up that frame. It's not a whole lot of space to get that shot past.
Oh, and the boards have life here in Morinville as we see probably for the 4th or 5th time just an odd bounce, and so far it hasn't cost anybody. Pisani's shot is blocked, comes back to the point. They'll just send it down low. McDonald lost that puck. She'll give it back to MacDonald. Takes that shot, and that'll be gloved by Mitchell. Mitchell busier this period than any other so far. She's stood to the task, hasn't allowed anything.
Yeah, definitely. St. Albert's starting to ramp it up a little bit. They definitely want that third goal to just take her easy. But credit Lloyd, keeping the defense, keeping those lanes open, easy to see for Mitchell.
And here's Lloyd now. Wallen flips that one in. Cut off on the way to the puck, and we're going to have a penalty coming up here against Callie McDonald. And I don't think she's loving it.
Yeah, especially the way that it's sort of been going. It's been a pretty back and forth physical affair. But
you have to establish the precedent of what is and what isn't a penalty. It's been fairly inconsistent so far. Face-off won by Lloyd. This their 4th power play of the night. They got 4 minutes to solve Holly Barrett and tie this thing up. No better time than now. Sandberg has Morton. Morton working one-on-one on Ross. Tries to separate herself, but Ross, a tremendous job to stay in front of Morton. Didn't let her walk her.
Yeah, well done, Ross. Certainly holding up, and Morton with that little how do you do to Ross as a thank you. A little trip up there. Sneaky, sneaky.
And Ross, can't say enough about her play tonight for St. Albert. Knew she'd be busy this year. Taylor Anker moving on to the University of Alberta was the mainstay defenseman on this team, and it's now Ross's D-Corps to work with. She is the leader of that as we have a timeout here called by Lloyd.
Yeah, you're correct. Ross has been phenomenal this evening.
She-nominal. Couldn't not.
You couldn't not, Wyatt. I know, Ross, it's every time just getting in everybody's face and just making sure that that Barrett has an easy evening.
And heavy minutes for her tonight
Definitely.
as well. But you look at the D-Corps, you got Callie McDonald, she's sitting in the box right now. She's a rookie. Reese Meffam, another rookie. Miri Lisis, another rookie. 3 rookie defensemen on this St. Albert squad, so she has to be a leader, and she's going to have to eat big minutes all year. A good start so far, and now let's see if she can hold her team's 2-1 lead.
Look who's back out there, of course.
Now, interesting to see what plans Lloydminster has drawn up. They got 4 minutes on the dot, 1:38 remaining on the power play as well. Holly Barrett hasn't been tested much this period. Only 3 shots on goal so far through 16 minutes. That's going to have to change. You're going to want to double that in just that amount of time.
Yeah, Lloyd started off real strong. Lloydminster was it was getting shades of that first period again, but then St. Albert really took it to that second gear and started just nonstop pressure. But yeah, we'll see how this power play goes for Lloyd. It'll be interesting for sure.
They've had a bevy of opportunities so far. They haven't been able to capitalize, but they did get a goal from Morton just slightly after. As you see a bit of an interesting coaching decision here for those paying attention at home. They have actually switched goaltenders, and it will be Misty Ray, who must be a faster skater toward the bench. Lloyd hoping to get every second they can when that man advantage does eventually come. A different coaching decision I haven't really seen, and you got to kind of hope St. Albert doesn't get anything on net, as Ray hasn't had any game action so far in this one.
Yeah, definitely coming in cold. That's tense. 3.5 minutes left.
Down a goal, a lot of pressure. And the bodies fly in for Lloyd, but everybody getting a little too deep. Jade Cadu, she's going to have a breakaway. Jade Cadu going forehand, backhand, and she scores! Jade Cadu, her second of the game. Absolutely blew the wheels off Olivia Mann on her way to the net, and she just buried that one backhand. What a game from her against her old team.
Yeah, it looked just nice and relaxed, like I'm just going to chip it in, and then that just like 0 to 90 in like 1.5 seconds. That was outstanding.
And what did we just finish saying, partner?
Exactly.
A cold goaltender in there, an interesting coaching choice.
Yeah.
He's going to have to, he made his bet, he's going to have to lay in it now. Lloyd really needs to turn on the gas now. 3 minutes to go, down 2 goals, and they're still on the power play. So I'll go down as a shorthanded goal. 5 on 4. And a shot goes in. No, it doesn't. They're saying that rang off the post. Oh, my.
What?
You can't get much closer than that. That looked like it hit the inside back bar and out.
Oh, look.
St. Albert gets away with one. And
that is an absolute killer for Lloydminster. They needed that more than anything. Holy moly.
Holly Barrett having a chuckle to herself. That one, she didn't see it all. That was a pure snipe, just couldn't finish.
That is a kiss the post. It helped you out.
Well, now if you're Lloyd, you know you can beat her. You're just going to have to do it again. Ross with the puck. She's able to clear that one. Molly Mitchell now back in net for Lloyd. Hold that. She'll think about it, and now she'll get the hold.
Good pressure by St. Albert, too. It's 4 seconds left. Try to get as much time as you can. Get that penalty done with.
St. Albert will send out their top line, or well, the shortened version of the top line. Bogdan and Goodwin out there. 4 seconds to go. It'll be Callie McDonald coming out of the box. She is defenseman, so she'll probably just run over the bench as quick as possible here.
Jaden Morton still on the ice, non-stop. I think this entire power play.
Yeah.
Finally getting a switch.
Trying her hand as a defender. They got 2 minutes left to work with. Jacqueline Scott takes that shot, gloved down by Bogdan, who's going to fire it in there, and that'll go down for an icing. 2:06 remaining here, third period. The lead has opened up for the Slash. Jade Cadu, her second of the night, short-handed on a bit of an odd coaching decision. Misty Ray put in net for the speed to get to the bench, but cold during the game, and she's beat on the first shot she sees.
It'll be interesting to see when they pull the goalie.
Or if we see
yes.
Molly Mitchell back in net. So you're wondering if the coach has kind of decided that this is where we sit. As she is starting to kind of creep out, but here come the Slash. It's Reich. She's got Hall on the left side. Reich makes a move around, cuts to the front. That puck is bobbling out front. And now Lloyd comes back the other way.
Yeah, just centimeters off of Hall's stick. That would have been certainly a beaut.
Not that St. Albert needs it right now. What they need to do is hang on. They got 1:20 left, and they're leaving their first game with a win as we have a chance on net. Another save by Dure. Puck is still loose. Michelle Barrett is down.
Goalie is pulled. There's 6 Lloyd skaters gunning it.
Do or die time now for the Lloydminster Steelers as we have 1 minute left on the clock. Empty net. Allie Reich has a look at it. She'll flip that one, and it's just wide. Lloyd, another chance at life here, as that's going to be an icing. 51 seconds remain, and Jaden Morton is going to the box.
Yeah, no, she was not giving, couldn't see who was there, but not giving St. Albert the chance to get out.
That was an undisciplined play at the end of this one from Jaden Morton, and now this game is all but over for the Lloydminster Steelers, who see themselves down 2 goals, and they're going to spend the rest of this period shorthanded.
Yeah, that is the double-edged sword for Morton. Can get the plays done, but as we've mentioned, the Marchand-esque escapades can certainly come back and bite you.
And don't get me wrong, I love that kind of player. That's my favorite player to watch.
Definitely.
Jaden Morton, one of the most exciting ones in this league. But that one cost her right at the end as we have a wraparound goal. Put a fork in it. This one's over. Natalie Keyser, her first of the year. And that's a disappointing one if you're Mitchell. She's looking at her team saying, where was the defense? That one almost caught her by surprise. The speed of Keyser cutting around the net. She didn't have time to drop to the butterfly. And now with less than 30 seconds left, it's a 4-1 lead for St. Albert.
Yeah, that the Lloydminster defense that had been so just crushing the first 20 or so, or for the first 40 minutes of this game are just, it's done now. They've kind of been deflated.
And if we have to pick the ICU video turning point, it would have to be that goal at the end of the second period. Callie McDonald, 53 seconds left. It was a tap in from Bogdan, but that has absolutely taken the wind out of the sails of this Lloyd team. Still not willing to give up, though, as another shot comes in, but doesn't reach the net. St. Albert now with one last chance. Bogdan has Goodwin. Bogdan will shoot that one. Glove save, but Mitchell dropped it. Refs are going to blow the whistle, but the puck is loose. 8 seconds remaining here. And
a little bit of jawing as well, a little bit of how do you do's. in an all but over game.
8 seconds will remain here. We're just waiting on the puck drop. So Lloydminster will start the year 0-1, and it'll be St. Albert 1-0. A big 4-1 win against the Steelers. It was a tough game. It was hard fought, and in the end, St. Albert was able to pull away late. Held off the score sheet for the first 30 minutes of the game, might I add. They were just absolutely pressured by Lloyd. Lloyd was skating faster. They were filling holes quicker. Mitchell was just standing on her head. Credit to her in this one. She finishes with 3 goals against on 28 shots. Misty Ray credited with the other goal against. But a huge win for St. Albert, and they start this year how last year ended. The SO Cup champions 3 times, unprecedented, have got the ball rolling in this one.
Yeah, it was the, while Lloyd had it all figured out at the start, maintaining that pressure is so difficult without just starting to gas. And that was what we started to see in that third period. It started to slowly but surely crumble. But if there is a weakness to St. Albert, this juggernaut, it is definitely you got to keep that pace going and you got to smother them.
And earlier, yeah, it almost felt like game time for them was 7:35 instead of 7:15 here in the building. And for Lloyd, it was almost like it ended early. It really a tale of 2 different teams. St. Albert turned it up in the second half, and Lloyd just unable to keep up. They lose a tight one. The scoreboard might not reflect a tight game,
Definitely.
but this wasn't your regular 4-1 game. This could have went either way the whole night, and it's St. Albert that ends up on top. And they'll start the season the best way, too, and that's with a big win. That's a big 3 points for them. And as players leave the ice, we'll say thank you to the Morinville Leasure Centre for hosting us. It's been a wonderful time. You have a beautiful bar, and we hope we're back for ICU Video Productions Procast. My name is Wyatt Ziegler. Rob Zitlow is my director, and the wonderful Donovan Ekstrom has been your color guy. Congratulations on your first game, Donovan. You killed it.
Oh, thanks.
And that'll do it tonight. Thank you, and we'll see you Sunday.